Good afternoon, and welcome to Sign of the Times for this 1st of December, the last month of 2020. And the main thing that occupies um, our story today is COVID 19 in South Africa as the Western government tries to contain the virus and prevent a second wave. They've gone as far as seeking advice on localized restrictions, and they may even be extending the curfew and limit the amount of people at social gatherings. Now, George is a popular place. People love to go there in December. Oh, hello there, Patches. I see my pet cat just woke up. She must have heard my voice. But anyway, um, George, popular place in the Western Cape for holidays. And it looks like when we reached level 1, people started taking advantage of the reduced restrictions, and now things are out of control there in George. And that's really not on, because this COVID 19 can be a real dragon, and we need some knights to take them out over there in George. You know, um, hospitals in George are at maximum capacity, according to Mr. Z. Brickles. Um, he's the doctor over there at George Hospital, their main hospital, and he says they are full and they don't know what they're going to do this festive season. Record numbers are being admitted in George. The intensive care unit is full. 3 tons of oxygen is being used daily to make treatment that much easier. Everyone is concerned over there. Even the people that's working there is concerned, because businesses are starting to close down as we reach as it's the last month of the year. People are enjoying themselves. People are just winding down, and Georgia is such a wonderful place to wind down and just relax and chill. But now this could change things. Some matriculants are still, they're planning the end of year parties, and now that's going to affect the end of year celebrations and the, you know, passing matric, celebrating. It's reason to celebrate, but now you can't go overboard. So maybe that's a good thing, because when they overdo it, then they start getting crazy, and we end up with new arrivals in 2021 that we weren't even banking on. Today's World AIDS Day, and we must recall, um, unprotected sex is not a good thing. So maybe it's a good thing that there's going to be some reinforced restrictions in places like George, because we certainly don't want these children to be making children. That's really not what this is about. Georgia's coastal beach region is a popular tourist attraction, and obviously it's not as good as Cape Town, but it's still a wonderful beachfront, and who doesn't like a beach? So we will be keeping an eye on there. Maybe roping in our own local Hasselhoffs and Pamela Andersons, as long as they keep their tops and briefs on, just to watch that beach, to make sure that there's no sharks to take advantage of the situation. I wonder if similar conversations are going to be taking place in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah, Mr. Lehman, we need to continue having these conversations with our families. We need to wear masks. We need to wash our hands with hand sanitizer. Alcohol volume needs to be 70%. We need to wash between our fingers. Okay? We need to like this and not point it at someone, but point it downwards with the palm of our hands. And do the same thing over here. Remember back in April we talked about not only washing the hands but washing up here. We need to really get in there, and that's what's expected of us at this precious time that we are in. We're almost there at the home stretch. We can knock COVID 19 out, and that's what we intend to do. I hope you guys are with me on this one.
Thank you, Brian, for that motivation. Yes, we mustn't forget to wash our hands, and don't forget social distancing as well. And you can also wear a face shield. But there we had a demonstration of how to wash our hands, and thank you for that, Brian. Now, it's World AIDS Day today, as I said earlier, and some people are still being stigmatized. Families are being broken up because of what's associated with AIDS, you know. And you must remember that some people, this is their life. This is, it's a disease, but there's still a person there, you know, and it's the same person that we knew before they contracted the disease. So we shouldn't be pushing them to the sidelines, you know. That's really not on. Now, it's been almost 20 years um, since Corsi Johnson passed on, and his haven has become a home for mothers and children infected with HIV. It's called a village because it is really a place on its own. It has its own school and it's enjoying no funding from government whatsoever. Government really needs to support our children. You know, if we look at the building blocks of any society, we need all the help we can get, especially a non-profit organization. They aren't making any money over there in Corsi Saving, and there's quite a few places like that in the country. And if we do not give them our support, give them our financial support, we're going to find playrooms empty. We're going to find no children in there, because money doesn't grow on trees. So if you can, please lend your support on this World AIDS Day to a charity of your choice, And Corsi's Haven is one of them. There's many more in South Africa. Help any way you can. Support someone that you don't know. Support someone that will probably never see your face. If you can give something, if you can make a difference, today's the day to do it. And I just thank you for giving your best, because that is all that we can ask for in these trying times. Yes, Brian, government needs to support AIDS charities. We need to give them all the help that they can get. If you are infected with a life-threatening disease that affects your immune system, remember to take your medication when you're supposed to and have a balanced diet. Some people have arrived at Nkosi's Haven weighing 21 kilograms, and today they are still alive to tell the tale because of the support that they've been getting from the community. But they need your support if they're going to continue going another 20 years. That's what Nkosi would have wanted. So please check out Nkosi's Haven on Google. All that information is there. And if you want to go the extra mile, check out what's happening in your city, in your town, and donate some time or some money if you can to your nearest charity organization. Hey, listen. I got the tests. Maths paper 2. I got it here. Okay. Yes, I made a few copies. If you want it, please give me a call, eh? Keki, I'm on that number there that you see on your screen. You can get me on that number. I'm selling it for 100 Rand a copy.
Now, I'm running out of data. I can't send this stuff. I'm not going to scan it in. I'm not going to use Cam Scanner. I'm not going to use anything like that. If you want it, you must call me. Then you can get a copy of Maths Paper 2. Okay? Don't forget now. I want you to pass, man. So I get full marks, man, one time. Get full marks, man. Give me a call.
I hear that they found that person that stole that exam paper. But there's probably more copies out there, maybe even printed copies. So I don't know if they're going to be writing out that Maths Paper 2 again because of what's transpired, but we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see about that now. It all started last month. Maths Paper 2 and the Physics Paper 2 was leaked, leading to a replacement of 2 other forthcoming subject papers. So they are looking for all of the suspects involved in that matric exam leak. That is really not good. It's a crime against education itself, and I hope they find the guilty parties. In other news, my colleague Mr. Niesling, his son had an accident this morning when he nearly drowned in the swamp. That is our excuse for the field here at Belgravia, and I'm really hoping that the Department of Water Affairs and Forestry can help sort this field out because it's becoming a risk now. It's not only a risk to school uniforms, but it's a risk to human life. We don't want children drowning in that swamp or becoming swamp things. That is not what the school journey is about. The journey to school should be just as important as the journey through school. So please, Department of Water Affairs and Forestry, if you're listening, I want you to help us sort out that swamp. There is an excuse for a field at Belgravia High. Please, we need your support there as well, if you don't mind. In other news, I hear that Andile Lungisa was released on parole. Obviously, he was assaulting Malema with a jug. And he says he qualifies as someone who fought against the system. What are they saying about this, Brian?
Well, he clearly sees himself as a struggle hero. Now, assaulting someone with a jug of water should not be confused with a struggle, all right, or standing up for people. That is merely throwing someone with a jug or breaking a jug of water on their head. That is all it is. It's not a fight for freedom. It's not a fight for people. It's a selfish objective. So you really no struggle stalwart by breaking something like this over someone's head. Yeah, that's all I got to say on the subject.
In other news, I hear there's going to be new curfews for Turkey as well. So they're going to be closed from 9 p.m. till 5 a.m. Health supply chain and food suppliers are exempt from this because obviously that's essential staff. Also heard about an Absa employee that leaked customers' account data. So if you can, just be careful when sharing your bank account details or card details online. Especially companies who say it's free, but they just want to store your details in case you want to order something. Don't fall for that one, please. And then there's continued corruption in the RDP housing scandal. But I believe that that's going to be discussed much later on by the ENCA team. So that's all for now. Thank you for tuning in and watching this edition of Sign of the Times for the 1st of December. Enjoy the rest of your day and make history.